Hey, what's going on, folks, and welcome to Variety and Airs, your source for currency news and bill searching. Let's just jump right into it. This bill right here actually has a bit of a shift in it on this seal down on the bottom right, the Department of the Treasury seal. So you can see down here this seal, green seal with 1789 on it. Normally it's supposed to sit more centered and down. For example, this bill below it, if you kind of look at those compared like that, you can see that the upper bill is shifted up and to the left. Now it's still sitting atop the one, so unless it's obscuring Washington here or it's totally off one of these letters, it's well within the area that it should be, but it's a good thing to keep an eye out for. Other things would be shifts in the serial number, stuff like that, some issues with blurring around, well, really anywhere, ink issues on the bill, but sometimes you'll see them around the depiction of 1776 in Roman numerals at the bottom of the pyramid there. And sometimes around the stripes that sit atop the shield over the eagle here. But nothing on that bill. And we'll go back to that one I used an example. Another Series 2013 bill. I get asked a lot about kind of depreciation in color or kind of stray issues here. To bring this one closer so you can really see a good example of just kind of transfer of gunk, really. I mean, it's just from handling the bill and age. That's just damage that's sitting across that Chicago, Illinois Federal Reserve bank seal there. So, you know, same thing here. That bluish tint, that is not a color. You can see a clear difference between that blue tint with those dots there on the top and the rest of the ink that's used across in the bill. And same deal, just damage on the back. Looks like a pen broke in somebody's pocket or something. Next bill up, another 2013 bill. We see a lot more 2017 bills coming in, but 2013 had a really, really large run, and it's going to be the most common bill that we're going to see in our bill searches. Nothing in the serial number there. Let's look on the back of the bill. Not seeing much going on there either. So we'll keep on keeping on. No major repetition, no fancy serial numbers, and I haven't seen anything major with any ink issues or misprints aside from that shifted seal. But it's not enough for me to hold on to, but if it's something that you collect, then definitely hold on to it. Ah, cool. Love me a stamp note. Can't really make that out. Now, I can obviously make out here 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way through 11, so that's kind of interesting. It's good repetition of 6s, but nothing in the serial number here, and it's folded in the center, so that's kind of a bummer. But I love stamp notes. I'm going to hold on to this one. It looks like it almost says, let's bring it really close. Has like 1 through 11, and then looks to be maybe the same on this side, maybe a different set of numbers, but once again, hard to tell. Then it looks like it says almost product of something. Not really sure. If you've seen a stamp like this, let me know in the comments below, but I'm going to hold on to this puppy for now, because I think it's interesting, and I love stamp notes. Nothing on the back there, but we'll set it aside. Good start to almost a date note here. Would have been a birthday note if we could have finished it out on the end here with 1995. Usually I like to hold on to them if, for example, it was like 01/01/1995 and the 1995 was shifted over. So January 1st, 1995, that'd be an excellent birthday note. This one's in relatively decent condition for being a circulated 2013 $10 note. Nothing crazy other than that, but something to keep an eye out for as far as birthday notes are concerned. Those are very collectible. Lots of people like them. Also, historical dates. So if you watch any of my videos, I hold on to quite a few date notes. The double date notes, as I like to call them, are dual years on them, and I think those are more collectible than valuable, and they're quite common, really. So birthday notes would be something more apt to look for. A little bit of damage up here. This looks like highlighter or maybe a pen mark from when they swiped across the bills or something, maybe hit a 1, although they don't normally check 1s. Definitely best condition bill we've come across so far in this 2017 bill, which I can tell instantaneously from the signature down here, which is a mixture of capital and lowercase letters. It's also printed. It's the first time anybody on any bill, but Secretary of Treasury in this case, has signed a note that way, which is Stephen Nugent's signature, and to each their own. There's been some interesting things about him over the last year in the news. You can look those up on Google or go to varietyairs.com, our website that offers free PDFs, free news, free downloadable guides, basically just free. So if you like free stuff and you like currency, then Variety Airs might be your thing. And I didn't see anything on the back on that previous bill. Lots of damage here on the front of this $1 note. 2013 series. A little bit of stray ink there, but it's hard to tell if it's on the bill, but it does seem to be a portion of the print. However, it's not major enough for me to hold on to, so once again, something to look out for. Another good condition bill here. 2013, so it's in fact in really good condition for what it was. It might have just been sitting in the bank for a while and then got given to Dunkin' Donuts or whoever I got this from. And nothing on the back. Some of these stray lines and stuff like this, I get asked about that as well quite often. As you can tell, this line here, if we bring it really close, that little bit of excess ink there that's made its way through the bill is just from the depiction of 1 on the back of the bill. Same deal as these little issues here. You know, if you're unaware, the paper, I'll call it paper, but the material that we print money on here in the United States for Federal Reserve notes is actually a fibrous material, fibrous paper that's made up of multiple materials. So sometimes you have, in this case, bleed through that happens across the bottom of the bill. And that's actually pretty common. It also gets transferred when the bills are wet at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, and just transfers from one bill to the other. $5 note. The newer 5's definitely my favorite out of modern $5 notes. You're not going to come across a lot of the 90s stuff and older as much anymore. But the newer 5 is really cool. I think the enhanced graphics are really nice on it, so just in my opinion. A little bit of damage up here, and once again, could be a little bit of that dotting of that ink, as you can see, kind of bleeding through there. Now, if it was really dramatic and it was coming through obscuring portions of the bill, definitely hold on to it. In that case, it is an over ink, but in this case, it's just an acceptable amount of kind of excess ink or ink transfer during the production process. Now this one's kind of funky. We came across a little bit better one last video or the video before, so maybe it's just becoming my new lucky draw, but as you can see on that one there, without me even getting it too much closer to the camera, we have a little bit of an over ink on that one. Now 2013 series is really common to have a heavy inked third digit from the left, but in this case, and I'll get it really close now that I'm just yammering about it, you can see where it's got a little excessive ink there. Very minor, but hey, it's collectible to me, so although I don't think it's worth more than face value or any premium over the value of the $1 of this bill, I'm going to hold on to it for that minor ink issue. And then I like to show people that are getting into the hobby as just kind of minor things to keep an eye out for, and then hopefully they come across something ridiculously over ink that's worth thousands and, take me out to dinner or something. We go 2013, once again, that's going to be the most common. Good repetition here in the middle, but not enough to say it's collectible. It's also torn here, so that's a bummer as well. It's folded here. You have some staining and stuff from just handling and age of the bill. So nothing there. Hey, cool. Very neat TRINARY. I like this one. So although I wish all the 4s were clumped over here, 2, 3, 4, so a nice TRINARY note. That's awesome. So I do like that quite a bit. Another thing about trinaries is, I mean, if it was clumped up more, there are trinaries that I think are worth more than face value, in this case being $1. But I haven't come across a lot of trinaries in the 2017 series, so that's kind of cool. A little bit beat up, so a little bit of a letdown there. But I love collecting trinaries, especially ones that are in broken order, but a broken ladder in this case of 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to hold on to it. It would have been nicer if it was just 4s and 2s there, but hey, still pretty cool. Let's look at the back of the note. Same deal, a little bit of excess of ink down at the bottom there, so we'll just set that aside. We got 2 more bills left. We'll just kind of do them simultaneously. Why not? We got a vertical fold here, so that's going to take away from this color in the middle of the bill as well as damage to it, which is going to detract from any value over face if it were collectible. This one, in fact, is a broken ladder as well, but not complete. But one thing that's interesting about this bill, which I get asked about, is it does have an odometer bill on the end where this 7 is raised. But unless they're really dramatically raised, I would not call it collectible. However, here, if you notice the normal print of a 7 on the serial number, and how this one's a little bit of over ink, as well as an odometer bill, and it's a broken ladder with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty neat. So, you know, still pretty cool. I'm going to hold on to it. I think it's kind of neat for collectible factor, but it's not something that's worth more than face value in my opinion. But hey, I'm crazy. I'll hold on to it for now. Last bill has that patented over ink there on the 3rd digit from the left for the 2013 series, super common. And on the back, I don't see really much happening. So let's look at the few bills we did hold on to. I won't touch on this one much because we just looked at it. So our broken ladder, our trinary ladder note, which I think is really stellar. And then last 2 notes we're going to hold on to is this funky minor over ink on that one there, but not too crazy about that one. And then I love stamp notes. I wish it was complete, so although it's not crazy cool, it is collectible to me. I'll kind of just add it to the $1 stamp notes that I have. But once again, I wish it was, well, a Where's George bill, then I'd put it back in circulation. Or a complete stamp. That would have been cool too. The one I'm really stoked about the most is this 2, 3, 4 trinary note with a broken ladder. Definitely cool. I think that one's the coolest out of today's bill search. But you let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you've come across in your coin and bill searches lately. I can't wait to hear about them and discuss it in the comments. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.